What is going on, everyone? My name is Drew Spencer, back with another update for the React and Attack podcast. And today we're covering the 49ers, but not in a good way. My favorite player, George Kittle, expected and now finally ruled out for the next few weeks, they say, with a hamstring injury. And when they say few weeks, the week to week thing, I just go to worst case scenario, man. I think, this is going to be a, 4 to 6 week process. And God knows if he comes back out there or, he's feeling fine by week 4 that it's not completely there. He goes out there and makes it worse. And it's this lingering issue. So it's really tough, man. Um, yesterday when uh, George Kittle was out and they took him to the blue tent and um, they nixed him right away. They they took him out, and the moment that happened, and I know that he was standing there on the sideline with his team and stuff. So it's like, well, he's not in agonizing pain. Like, no, well, doesn't matter. He cannot play a NFL game uh, with his condition at all, and it sucks, man. Um, because all reports this offseason and coming from the Niners and their training staff, and even George himself in his own podcast, and he looked like he was in good shape, man. Like all we heard was like, yeah, George, he's good to go, and that's all we heard all off season, and it made like so much more impact, so much more excitement because last year George Kittle was incredible. In fact, I get it, man. Like Brock Bowers had an unreal year. But if you look at like the advanced statistics and like yards per reception, what George Kittle was doing last year on a very underperforming 49er team, he was amazing. And then mix that with the fact that he's a pseudo right tackle. Like really, like he's both positions. It's that crazy. But yeah, when I when the news broke today, I I was assuming the worst. It's a damn shame. Um, George is such a pillar of this offense with what he does as a receiver, but more importantly, how he how he attacks, how he reacts in attacks as a blocker, whether it's on the line of scrimmage or turning up field so that the Christian McCaffrey or another ball carrier can go up and make a play because he can just mow people down. He loves it. Um, he's such a warrior. He's such a trooper, man. It just sucks. There's no way around it. The good news, though, as we saw yesterday, Jake Tonges, or I like to call him the motherfucking Tongs, man, because he just ripped that shit out of out of the defender's hands there for the win. Uh, yeah, it was limited time. It was limited snaps. They look good. Luke Farrell looked good. He had a nasty pancake block. That's what we brought him in for. He also had a really clutch third down catch. I think we all know the one we're talking about. Uh, but these are these two guys in one game. Yeah, they had their highs for sure, and it looked promising. And I'm happy to say that they're on the Niners and look like the depth. But that's the thing, though. They're the depth where it's like you sprinkle them in a few plays a game. Yes, if they can play like that when called upon, when asked upon, amazing. But you're not hoping to chuck 80 targets this season to Jake Thomas, right? Like that's not what was initially the strategy. But now it's kind of looking that way. Now I know it's only within weeks, but 4 to 6 weeks hamstring for George Kittle's kind of been banged up in a lot of spots. It's in the leg as well. I'm not. I again. I'm. It's. I'm not a doctor. I don't really know. And again, all I've ever said about George Kittle is he is a warrior. He is a gladiator. He's gonna go out there and fight through it. I know he will, and I love him for it. But it worries me a little because I want him to have an excellent long career. Um, and it is these setbacks here, man. We're used to them as Niner fans. Uh, it's unfortunate, but we got to keep going. We got to keep going. Uh, that's we brought in some extra reinforcements by signing Kendrick Bourne. Um, now that Jawan Jennings is dealing with that shoulder injury, yeah, man, it's a bittersweet win, right? It's a bittersweet win where it was also kind of an ugly win all around, but it was on the road and tough environment against a really good defense. But just to know that, man, like your top three contributors on in the receiving room are all gone for at least expected to miss at least a game, at the very least a game. Kittle's probably going to miss 4 to 6 weeks, I'd imagine. Jawan Jennings, I still don't know the severity of it. I imagine at least 1 or 2 games he's probably gone. Ayuk, I mean, he's maybe cleared back by October. And that's like best case scenario, but is he going to be 100? Because I don't want to rush Ayuk back out there if he's not 100, right? Because last year we did that with Christian McCaffrey in a failing season. And he goes out there, he gets hurt again. We can't do that, man. We simply can't. Um, so it's gonna be tough for all these new receivers, man. All these new tight ends. I mean, this is like a brand new offense for Brock Purdy to have to utilize, man. Like, yeah, there's some mainstays, right? Um, still on this team, but it's not looking good, man. And especially with the questions about Christian McCaffrey's health. I, I mean, maybe it was nothing, and maybe Kyle Shanahan was playing his games, and Shanna scheming a little bit to try and throw Seattle off guard. At the end of the day, though, like this this offense is just not what we expected going into this year. This is kind of like the worst case scenario, but it is only a few weeks that these players might miss. Hopefully, they can get coming. Uh, you know, get back on the swing of things, hit the ground running. You know, get this team rolling again. It's just unfortunate. Uh, you know, but I'm very excited to kind of see how Brock Purdy is going to navigate this, and I'm such a fan of him, man. And I know that he had a little bit of an ugly game last week, but I think it's like that fucking uh, character from Naruto. They take his fucking weights off, and then he's all of a sudden like insane. Even though he was like everyone joked about him or something. It's like that's like Brock Purdy now. It's like, dude, like I just feel like you keep throwing adversity at him, and that's like makes him stronger. Like it's just like the more adversity you throw at him, I feel like he's gonna play better now. Hopefully, no more adversity to the rest of his team for the rest of the year. But I'm just saying that my confidence is still unwavered when it comes to Brock Purdy and this offense overall under Kyle Shanahan. So uh, hopefully, we get to see George Kittle sooner than what I'm predicting. Also, hoping to hear more about Jawan Jennings. Hopefully, it was just a stinger. Hopefully, it was just a little scare, and he's back out there ready to go. We need these guys. We got to get going. Huge game against the Saints. Do not want to lose this one, man. So let's get out there. Let's roll it. And go Niners, baby.